Gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Hide Site. I'm a United States Army sniper currently serving, and in today's video we're going to take a look at something very special. But before we get there, I would like to acknowledge my absence as I had the pleasure of visiting Fort Polk, Louisiana for 30 days. What a treat. Now, as you guys know, I am a gun nut, and this is no forgotten weapons. We're going to get back to those tactical videos that I know you guys enjoy so much, but for today I would like to show you guys my Mosin M44. Now, the Mosin M44 is a 5-shot bolt-action, internal magazine-fed, military-style rifle that is chambered in the notorious 7.62 by 54R. Now, you see, in the mid-1930s, the Soviets realized, hey, our standard-issue rifle is entirely way too long, the 1891 by 30, which has a 29-inch barrel. So in 1937, they go into development, and they quickly come up with the Mosin M38, which is nearly identical to the Mosin M44. Now, the key difference is that the M38 was missing a bayonet lug, which at the time was still a very key feature within Soviet doctrine. Now, initially they issue this rifle to support units such as tankers, the cavalry, artillerymen, etc., but they quickly learned that giving this rifle to frontline troops is actually extremely convenient, especially in urban combat. However, they also learned that not having a knife or bayonet on the end of a 5-shot rifle is kind of a disadvantage for the time. So they again go back into development, and they come up with the Mosin M44. Now again, that key difference being that this bayonet will swing around 180 degrees and is fixed to the rifle, which was pretty sick. Now, ultimately, about 7 million of these were produced. The Soviets produced them from about 1944 to 1948, and then they later moved production to the satellite states such as Romania, Hungary, and Poland. Now, the Chinese actually produced their variant, the Type 53, all the way into the 1960s. Now, so many of these have circulated the earth that even today, masked men with a vision still fire these. Now, I even took this rifle to the zeroing board. Over the weekend, I picked up some PPU Matchline 7.62 by 54R FMJ. Now, typically what you're going to see out of your average Mosin is anywhere from 3 MOA to 6 MOA. For those that don't know, 3 MOA at 100 meters is 3 inches, and 6 MOA at 100 meters is 6 inches. And this is what was standard for the time. Now, the bottom of the arrow was my point of aim. So if you take a look at my 5-round shot group here, the entire group came out to 6 inches. Now, let's just say this top left one is a flyer. If you measure these bottom 4, came out to 5 inches. And again, we're well within that ballpark. That's just what was standard for the time. Now, is 5 MOA any good? Not really, but for 1946, for your standard infantry rifle, this is what machining was capable of at the time. Now, what's really neat about this rifle, or the Mosin in general, is if any rifle achieved below 3 MOA, it was actually set aside and considered for sniper use, and maybe even further accurized. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Jesus Christ, this guy doesn't shut up. And so I'm going to do exactly that, and I'm going to give you guys an action-packed, thrilling montage of the People's Rifle. Красная Армия,